Is a mother really saying that? Does she really love her kids? Oh my gosh, is that okay to say? Oh, I'm not doing it. It gives them more confidence. Win, 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 no matter what. Hide the parachute. Hey ladies, welcome back to another episode of Grown Lady Chat with me, your host, Dr. Sherunda Simone. Hide the parachute. What do I mean by that? As parents, we are going to have parachute for our children. You're going to have a backup plan. You're going to know that if they go too far, you're there to help them. But don't always let them know that. Because, you remember when you were little, you knew just how far to go with your parents. Your children, even adult children, they're the same way. So hide the parachute. You know it's there. In the back of their minds, I'm sure they know it's there as well. But it doesn't need to be something that's like flaunted in front of them, because then they're going to make silly mistakes. And I wouldn't even say intentionally, but they're more apt to make the mistakes and think, oh, it's okay, mom's got me, dad's got me. Is that really what we want for our children to think, or do we want for them to make the best choice in the moment? And then if it turns out that they need us to pull that parachute, it's there, right? But we don't want for the parachute to be the first thought. This is just how I see it. Let me know. You might have a different perspective. We're still giving guidance. We're still there for them. We're still telling them, okay, this is right, this is wrong. We're still doing all of that. We're still going to have the safety net for them, but they don't need to see the safety net all the time, because I want for my adult children to make decisions that they truly believe are the best in that moment. And if needed, mom and dad are there with the safety net.
Hey lady, are you a woman who loves the Lord and who also enjoys beautiful things? Well, if you are, then you are personally invited to join my exclusive Christian women's group. In this group, we chat about clothes, beauty, home decor, parenting, marriage, cooking, and of course, our Christian walk. It's Christian lifestyle all-encompassing. So be sure to join by clicking the link below. I hope to chat with you soon. Now back to our show.
Your children, they don't need, not even just your adult children, but in general, your children, they don't need yes parents. They don't need hype men where everything they do is win, 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 no matter what. That's not realistic, okay? We don't all get participation trophies just for showing up in life. You need to be honest with your children, especially your adult children. When your kids are little, you can be anything you want to be. Can you though? I mean, really? Can you really be anything you want to be? No, because you cannot be a llama, and you were born a girl, you cannot be a boy. That part. So you really can't be anything you want to be. But when they're children, you allow that thought process so that they don't have a small mindset. But when they are adults, young adults, you have to start laying out realistic boundaries. I'm not saying you hold them up and say you cannot accomplish in life. What I am saying is you need to be honest with them. They don't need yes parents. They need someone, especially when they're coming to you and they are expressing concern, or you see them taking a turn and you're like, ooh. Again, you have knowledge that they don't have. You have the knowledge of time. Even if you haven't accomplished as much as they've accomplished in life, they have more degrees, whatever, that's great. Kudos. I'm happy. I want my kids to do better than me. But one thing they will never have over me, no matter how much they accomplish, is the wisdom that time brings. In the same token, you need to give your reasons. You need to explain yourself. That's where even sharing your own experiences can be helpful. So don't be yes parents. Sometimes there needs to be a no. You need to have an honest chat. That's not wise. And here is the reason it's not wise. Not because you believe that they're not good enough, but you have knowledge that only time can bring. You need to use that to the advantage of your adult children. Don't fix all their problems. There's someone out there. There's someone out there who you're like, what? Why not? If I see my baby struggling, my 25-year-old baby, I'm going to fix all the problems. Don't do it. I'm not saying you can't help. I'm not saying you can't show up. I'm not saying you can't be a resource, but don't fix all of your adult children's problems, because how will they ever learn to do it themselves? The goal, hubby and I, we've talked about this. One of our goals as parents, as a marker of us being effective parents, one marker, not the only marker, but one marker is our children's ability to be productive, to thrive, and not just survive without us. Because the expectation is that there will come a time when we are no longer there. So you want to make sure that your child can not only survive, but thrive and solve problems and be productive, be a human that adds to society, that has a family of their own. They can do that without you. If you fix all their problems, how will they ever come to the realization of fixing the problems on their own? There are certain life skills and critical thinking skills that cannot be taught in school. It has to come from life experiences. It has to come from them actually being in the situation and figuring a way out of the situation. So there was a caterpillar in the cocoon, and a little boy found the caterpillar in the cocoon, and he was so intrigued by what was happening. He asked his mother, "Can I keep this caterpillar, because it's going to be a butterfly one day and I want it for a pet?" Fine. Mom says, "Yeah, no problem. I mean, I don't have to do anything. You just, take the caterpillar in your room." The little boy has a caterpillar, and he has it in this little encasing and all that, so it's protected. And every day he comes and he looks at the caterpillar in the cocoon. He sees some movement, and the next day he comes back again. And every day he's looking, and it comes to a point now where the caterpillar is breaking free from the cocoon. So the butterfly is now emerging and changing, metamorphosis. And as the butterfly is now trying to push through out of the cocoon, the butterfly is, there's some tension, some resistance. It's hard. And so the little boy, with his compassionate heart, he says, "Oh no, the butterfly is struggling to get out of the cocoon. It looks painful. It looks like it's hurting. The little butterfly is in this cocoon, and it's tight, cramped up, and it's pushing, and there's some force and resistance, and the butterfly is struggling." So what does the little boy do? He says, "Aha, I will help my little pet out. I will make his life easier." He took some scissors and carefully cut an opening for the butterfly to escape. But much to his disappointment, when he did that, the butterfly did not thrive. In fact, it died because it was never able to fly. And you might be saying, well, what happened? Did the little boy inadvertently cut the butterfly? Did he hurt it? No. But in giving the assistance, in cutting the cocoon, he prevented the butterfly from exercising its strength and from gaining strength that the wings needed. The muscles and the structures in the wings, they needed to have that resistance to grow and develop, so that when the wings finally did expand and the butterfly did come from the cocoon, it would have the strength and the know-how to fly and survive. But when the little boy opened the cocoon and made it easier, when the little boy fixed the problem, the butterfly was actually hurt because of it, and he didn't thrive, he did not survive. When we try to fix all of our adult children's problems, and even my 5-year-old, because I have a 5-year-old now, which is so crazy. She just turned 5. Even with my younger children, my 11-year-old, my almost 8-year-old, and my 5-year-old, I still, with age-appropriate behavior, I still allow them to fix some of their own problems. They will come to me, "Mommy, I need help." What do you need help with? And if I determine that it is age appropriate for them to actually work through this problem on their own, I'm not doing it. Now I will gas their head up. I'll say, "Look, you are so intelligent. You're the smartest 8-year-old I know, okay? You're the smartest 11-year-old I've come across in life. You can do this. I believe in you, because I only give birth to smart people, okay? And you have the Lord. So you go and you figure it out." And I'm serious. I'm not even being funny when I say this. I am very much letting them know you have what it takes to fix this problem on your own. Does that mean that if you need some guidance that I'm not going to help? No, of course I'm going to help, but I'm not going to fix the problem for you, because you're smart and capable and you can do it yourself. And every time I allow them, every time you enable and empower your children to fix problems on their own, age appropriate, it gives them more confidence in life. Don't stunt your children's growth like the little boy did with the butterfly in the cocoon. You know that I love you, right, sis? You know, lady, I love you. Let me tell you something. Just because you could or just because you couldn't doesn't mean that's the same for your children. Yeah. That's it. Do I need to explain more? Because you are different people. Yes, for me, I have bonus babies, so we don't share any DNA. But even like for their father, he has to remind himself, yeah, they're 50% me, but they're 50% somebody else. And then those two 50s come together and have a whole different personality, a whole different goal. So just because it was one way for you doesn't always mean it's going to be the same for your children, and that's okay. Are you a woman who enjoys beautiful things? 34/5 Lifestyle has lovely, unique accessories for your everyday look and also for those special occasions. Click the link below to check out our latest accessory collection. Hey, this one right here, this might rub some people the wrong way, okay? But it's for whoever it's for. Apologize. Apologize for your mistakes. Yeah, the older your children get, they're going to see your imperfections anyway. So pretending that you're perfect makes no sense. It actually sets up for failure and for disconnect and for rift in your relationship with your children. And you've learned some and you realize, oh, I made some mistakes, could have done things a little bit differently. I've grown as a person. Apologize to them. It's okay. It doesn't make you less of a parent. It actually adds to who you are in their eyes, because they're like, whoa, mom and dad actually thought enough, respected me enough, respected our relationship enough. They've grown so much that they can actually come to me and say, hey, I didn't do the best in this area. I apologize. So I think that it can be a good way to mend fences. It can be a way to show growth. It can also be a way to prevent your children from making the same mistake with their children. Alrighty, ladies, I have one more tip for you. Don't forget to drop in the comments and let me know what piece of advice you have for us as we parent adult children. If you're enjoying tonight's episode, be sure to hop in the comments and let me know. Don't forget to smash the like button, all right? That like button helps me out, okay? So smash the like button and spam the comment section. I see even more so the importance of focusing on my marriage, not just parenting. We have to focus on our lives as well, because our children should not be our whole world. I know. Is a mother really saying that? Does she really love her kids? Oh my gosh, is that okay to say? Yes, it is okay. It's okay. I'm not saying that you should not focus on your children, that you should not love them, you should not, give the world to them and, sacrifice. No, I'm not saying that. I am saying though that you should also make yourself, your marriage a priority, because there will come a time when your little children are going to spread their wings and flutter away. Not too far though. Okay, I was a boomerang baby. I don't know about you, but I definitely had to boomerang back into my parents' house. What I am saying though is that you should also, as a way to better parent your adult children, you should also focus on your life, because it is so sad to see couples that gave everything to their children. I'm talking about everything. They left nothing. No time for self, no time for marriage, no time for career, no time for health. They gave everything to their children. And then when the children are gone and living their life, they wake up one day, their health is failing, their marriage is failing, mental health is failing, all of these things. Finance is failing because you gave everything to your children. I'm not talking about everything in an unhealthy way. So don't do that. To be a better parent to your children, adult children, and even younger children, you have to also focus on yourself, because there will come a time when you're going to wake up and you're going to be left at home without your kids, and they still love you. They'll still come around. You don't want to have that empty nest syndrome where you wake up and you're like, well, now what do I do? And so now you're meddling in their lives. Yeah, because you have nothing else to live for, because you've only lived for your children. You and your spouse are estranged because everything was about the kids. And if you find that maybe you're watching this episode and you're thinking, uh-oh, I've done that, I'm doing that, it's okay. You can make a change starting today. Alrighty, ladies, that is it for today's episode. If you enjoyed it, you know what to do. Smash the like button and don't forget to spam the comment section. All right. Remember, there are new episodes of Grown Lady Chat airing every Monday and Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until next time, remember, I am Dr. Sherunda Simone, and I will either see you at the top or from the top. You decide. Bye.